morning everybody, welcome in. This is Sunday the 12th of June 2022 and I am Spirit of Life Alchemy. This is your morning message tarot reading. So we've got quite a lot of astrology going on today. I've just been looking at my moon diary. So the moon spends most of the day in Scorpio. It's going to form an opposition to Uranus and Venus. It's going to form a square to Saturn, reading my glyphs, a trine to Neptune, a sextile to Pluto, and an opposition to Mercury. So it's going to reignite some energies from the last couple of days. So from yesterday, it's going to ignite the Venus-Uranus conjunction that we had. And from Friday, it's going to ignite the Pluto-Mercury trine. Plus, we've got 3D Saturn and 5D Neptune going on. So lots of continuing themes from the last few days, with some spiritual, oceanic and Neptunian energies thrown in just for the mix as well. So tap into the collective for answers before the moon then moves into Sagittarius, which will bring the spiritual expansion to the energy. So it's a day of sudden shocks and surprises around love, friendships, relationships, values, money, wealth, etc., creativity, plus, you know, truths coming up and spiritual deep dives into the soul, and our responsibilities around things, and sort of with the 3D, 5D, Saturn, Neptune thing going on. It's like into the 3D, into the 5D, sort of backwards and forwards. It's a bit like Friday's energies where we had that Between Worlds card come out. Or was that the day before? I remember a few days ago we had Being Between Worlds, and it was like sort of, yeah, stepping forward and evolving into 5D and then slipping back into, you know, 3D physical reality. So it feels like there's more of that energy coming on, but with some spiritual iwa-woo-wah, limitless, boundaryless, floating in the collective energy going on as well. So woohoo, hold on tight for today's roller coaster. That being said, let's see what the cards have to say, what help they can give us today to help us navigate these energies. So we've got the Wisdom of the Oracle first of all. So what do we need to know for today, Sunday the 12th of June 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? I've had the bedroom windows open late into the evening and mosquitoes have come in. I don't know if you can see them as red as I can see them in the camera. Yeah, it's like they got inside my pyjama top. It's like they're still pretty red, irritating. They like me, I taste good, I think. So what do we need to know for today? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. Oops, there we go. There's a message in a bottle coming. That could be the Neptunian energies. I was saying earlier before about connecting into the Neptunian collective consciousness and collective unconsciousness energies. Messages may be coming through today. There's definitely a lot going on. So let's see, what do we need to know? Okay. At the bottom we've got blessed. Feels like a day when we need a bit of that energy. Then we have TikTok. Are we in 3D time or are we in 5D time? And going the distance. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is, although there's a lot going on and a lot of big energies, we've got Pluto, we've got Neptune, we've got Uranus, all being aspected by the moon today, as well as their lower vibration. Oh no, we haven't got Mars, but we have got Venus and we have got Mercury, personal planets. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Could be a bit all over the place. You know, just relax into those Neptunian energies, which is where a message may come from. Floating in on the Neptunian oceanic energies, la da 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 da. Here you go. Okay. Otherwise, remember that you're blessed, that the whole universe is working for you, and everything evolves in divine timing. If you're stuck, not feeling things are coming through or whatever, don't worry. You have enough time to go the distance. Okay, sometimes we think, oh my God, things aren't coming through. I know in the past when I've done that, and it's like, it's too late now. Too late, never going to happen. And then the next thing I know, I'm completely floored when it all comes cascading into my lives and blows my life apart. So just remember, it's all, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. Just connecting to all the spiritual side. Being blessed could also be sort of tying into the Sagittarian energies later this evening as well. So let's do some cards and see what they have to say. So we've got the couple of sneakers that are hiding, not coming out. The handle deck. Handle deck. Handle deck. Let's see what that has to say for us today. So what do we need to know for Sunday the 12th of June 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give us to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Messages from Spirit for today for our highest and greatest good for the collective. Let's see, what have we got? Death. Okay, so we're going through a bit of a transformation, as you would expect when the moon is in Scorpio. So, and igniting all these big energies from the last couple of days. So, hey ho. The Seven of Stones, the Nine of Swords came up yesterday, didn't it? Worrying and anxious, Aeon, which is in other decks, that's Judgment. Son of Cups in the North, Prince of Cups or Knight of Cups. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Three of Wands, and we've got the Son of Wands in the East, the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Four of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. I will get that out because it did actually stand out to me. Okay. So, the Death card. We're going through a big transformation. Old parts of us are falling away. Old paradigms are falling away. We're in this transition backwards and forwards between the 3D and the 5D, which are just completely different. And we can just feel a bit all over the place with it. I mean, the Death card is ruled by Scorpio, so seeing as spending from UK time, spending most of the day in Scorpionic energies, that deep diving into our emotions, and then sort of with the it's opposing Uranus and Venus, and also later in the day, Mercury, who is still forming that trine with Pluto, whom Pluto is in a sextile to the moon. So it is these big energies going on, but that's not what I want to. And it calls for patience. It calls for the Seven of Wands. When we don't see anything happening, when we don't see things moving on, we can often think they're not working. In this deck, it's called failure. That sort of, oh, I can't see anything going on. You know, in other decks, I've seen decks where we've got a pregnant woman sat there with the moon phase going over. Everything happens in divine timing. Okay, we can't rush these things. You wouldn't keep continuing to dig up the seeds to see whether they're growing yet or not. We just have to trust. When it looks like nothing's going on the surface, they are generally times where everything's going on in the subconscious, out of sight, in the depths or in the heights, in the collective. And they're just fermenting and doing their thing. But because we can't see what's going on, because we can't control everything, we get anxious and we worry, and it wakes us up at 4 o'clock in the morning in a panic, going, what are we going to do? What am I going to do? Not that you ever really find solutions at that time. It's just that turning, worrying about things, letting it go over in your mind. We won't get solutions that way. If we can trust that we're blessed, if we can trust that we're moving into a new aeon, okay, that we're at a crossroads, and the other cards coming up here will give us more indication of what to do in this situation. But yeah, it can feel very destabilising when we're going through these big transitionary phases, and we don't know what's going on and we can't control it. This is the square to Saturn, okay? You know, it all feels a bit, there's no solid footing or anything. But we have the Knight of Cups, we have the message in the bottle, we have the I have messages of what's going on, bringing in messages for us that can just give us the confidence to keep going on. And Hierophant, commitment to our path. Also being comfortable having one foot in the 3D world and one foot in the 5D world, and sort of, you know, being able to be in both of those paradigms and dimensions at the same time. And also ruled by Taurus, which is where Uranus and Venus and Mercury are at the moment. So we've got that sort of sturdy, steady Hierophant and energy, sort of giving us grounding to be in both worlds. Now we've got the Two of Wands over here, we've got the Three of Wands over here. Often in these cards, the stakes in the ground, and the wands are in the ground and they're forming a doorway and things. In this deck, both these cards, the wands are crossed. So it's like until we understand the message, until we learn the lesson, until we do the transformation, have the patience to wait until the right time, then our way is barred. We can't manifest. We don't know what we want to manifest. We just have to sit back, and I'm going to come to these a bit more in a moment. Sit back and allow everything to unfold in divine timing. That sort of impatience, tick-tock, if I don't get it straight away, I'm going to miss the opportunity. Don't worry, you've got everything you need to go to the distance. And when we stop that pushing, when we sort of wait for things to come in and the new knowledge and the information, and we go through the transformation, then things change. And we have the Knight of Wands riding in although this can be impatience, this can be, you know, too hasty and things like that. So be sure of yourself before racing out, sort of, you know, you get the message in the bottle and it's like, now I know, I'm going to race out and do it all. And it's like, no, 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 no. Especially as we're in the full moon energies as well now. So we've got the full moon on Tuesday, the 14th. So things are still sort of moving and falling into place around that. So just be aware, hold back, a bit of patience. Over here, with the Two of Wands, we've got the Four of Swords, truths, and we've got the Seven of Wands, courage. So the Four of Swords, about taking time out for healing. Okay, there's no rush. Get yourself right. Come through this transformation into your new self. And then with the Seven of Wands, courage, you know, you may have to defend yourself. Set boundaries is a big one. With this energy, the Seven of Wands energy, having the courage to say no, having the courage to say yes, knowing when to say no, when to say yes, and sort of also because it's very stop start at the moment, having the courage to be happy in the ambiguous place, the I don't know place. Yeah, I'm aware we've got all these big energies going on. I'm not sure, sort of, you know, I'm backwards and forwards. June is actually a big reset month. Okay, so it's not so much, we might not know until the end of the month or until we get into July how we want to move forward. So yeah, just step back, have a day off, and let all the energies come through as they need to. So that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. I hope it gave you some comfort. If it did do any of those things for you, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications of when I'm doing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please do email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.